In the WordPress settings panel, click the Discussion tab to control how comments will be handled on your website. The options here that we skipped over are mostly for blog-focused sites, but you might decide to use them anyway. I always leave the comments disabled to distance myself from that style of website a bit and to keep my pages more minimal and less cluttered. Plus, I'd rather encourage people to share my posts on their social networks and let any discussion happen there instead to attract new listeners outside of my reach that have never been to my site. We all know that the world of internet commentary can be filled with haters, spammers, and troublemakers, but don't worry about anything being posted on your website that you can't easily remove. You're in control, and it can be set up so that you need to personally approve everything before it will show up publicly. Comments can be a great way to interact with your fans and encourage feedback about your music or events. Some of you will also be able to get interesting discussions going that keep visitors coming back more often to participate, and search engines love an active website. If you're interested in this, keep watching, but you can skip ahead to the next unit if you won't be using the comments and are going for more of a streamlined artist site using mostly permanent pages. As it says here, these settings may be overridden for individual articles, so maybe you'll think it's best to leave everything like this and just allow comments on a post-by-post basis when you need them. If you want that activated by default on all of your posts, then click the box beside Allow people to post comments on new articles. Make sure the option below that is also selected so that a comment author must fill out their name and email. Most of the other settings are pretty self-explanatory, but don't forget about the Help tab at the top that'll take you right to the documentation if you're not sure about something. My main recommendation if you decide to use the comments is to scroll down to the Before a Comment Appears section and select the box beside Comment Must be Manually Approved. That'll make sure nothing gets on your site that you don't want there, but you can unselect the box below it that says Comment Author Must Have a Previously Approved Comment. Don't forget to save changes at the bottom when you're done on this page. If you visited your site at this point, you'd find that the posts in your blog section still don't have an option to comment because that setting was turned off when you published them. If we were to add a new post after changing those settings, we would then see the options for leaving comments underneath it like this. When somebody posts a comment to your site, you'll get a notification here at the top of your dashboard, next to the Comments tab, and an email if you have that box checked in the discussion settings. Clicking either of those notifications will take you to the Comments area, where you can manage all of them with some of the same types of commands that you have for posts and pages. Click Approve to make a comment public on your site. If you do decide to use the Comments feature, it's a good idea to add a security plugin called Akismet that will protect your website from spam by blocking unwanted messages. This is one of the two plugins that was already included with your WordPress installation. We got rid of it back then to start fresh, but if you're going to be allowing comments, it's highly recommended that you activate it. Go through the setup process to get your API key emailed to you and just pick the basic version that's available for free. To disable comments on your website, all you have to do is go back to your discussion settings and simply unselect the box beside Allow people to post comments on new articles.